Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are well. So today I am going to start your 14.4 exercise sum number 10. Okay, in my previous video I had already explained its first 9 parts and today I am going to start from its 10th sum. And those students who has not seen that previous video, they must see the video to understand the concept. Okay, now you can see here from its 10th sum, exercise 14.4, it is given 2x square minus 7x plus 3. So you can see here, first of all we have to understand the difference of this sum and the previous sums which I had already solved in 14.4 exercise in my previous video. Okay, now you have to see the difference first of all, that what is the difference. So you can see in the previous cases, in our first 9 sums, you can see the coefficient of x square that time was 1. What is the meaning of the coefficient of x square? Means the numerical value. This is the numerical value. In this case of x square is 2. So in our previous cases, the numerical value of x square was 1. In all the cases which I had solved from first to 9 sums, in all these cases the numerical value was 1. But in this case, from this 10th part, you can see the numerical value of this x square is not a 1. It can be 2, it can be 3. Later on we can see different cases also. Means here cannot be a 1 in all these cases. So it means in this case you can see the coefficient of this x square is 2. So now in this time we have to solve this sum. How? So see this one also. In our previous cases I had told you that when we are starting this sum, so first of all we have to do the factors of this 3. Now this time, if the numerical value of this x square was not 1, then we have to change the sum little bit. How? We have to change the condition, we have to change the little bit method. How? You can see, first of all we have to multiply this 3 with this numerical value 2. All the time you have to do this step. You cannot make the factors of this 3 here in this case, because of it will not be helpful for us. We have to change the method little bit. You have to see this one, that first of all we have to multiply this 3 with this value 2. So you can see here 3 into 2 is of course 3 to the 6. So in this case we are finding the factors of this 6, not this 3. Means when we are multiplying this 3 with the 2, and which value we are getting here means 3 to the 6, we have to make the factor of this value, not the factor of this 3. So it means we can make the factor of this 6. How we can make? This is 2 into 3 into 1, of course 3 to the 6, 6 1s are 6. So like this way we can make the factors of this value. So only the little bit difference is this. The other things, other steps are same which we had already followed in the previous cases. So first of all we have to only see this one. We have to multiply this 3, means this constant value with the numerical value. So and then we can do the factor of this 6, because of only these factors are helpful to split this value. Okay, now the next step is we have to see this sign. Here you can see here is a sign of plus, means now we have to split this 7x in such a way that the sum of these two terms should be is equal to this 7, and here this time the multiplication should be is equal to this 6, not this 3. Means we have to split this value, this 7x, in such a way that the sum of these two values should be is equal to 7 and the multiplication of these two values should be is equal to 6. Okay, now with the help of these factors we can find out the value. We are getting these factors, we found these factors from this 6, and now from these factors we can find the value. How we can split this one? Okay, we have to add the terms, means we can take this first term into the first group and these two values into the second group. The multiplication of these two values, you can see here 3 to the 6. So like this way I made the two values from these 3 factors. I took these two values into the first group like 3 to the 6, and this one alone in the second group, it is 1. Okay, now you can see, are these two values are satisfying the condition here? Yes, of course. You can see here 6 plus 1 is 7, then 6 1s are 6. So okay, now you can see, so both conditions are satisfied. Means this time we have to see this one, that the sum of these two terms should be is equal to 7 and the multiplication of these two terms should not equal to 3, it should be is equal to 6. And how we are getting this 6? By multiplying this 3 with 2. So I hope this is clear to you. So now we have to take care of the signs also. Here you can see the sign is minus here, so you have to take it minus, and this 6 is also of minus sign. Why? Because of, if I will write down this one, minus 1 into minus 6, you can see minus minus is plus, 6 plus 1 is 7, and you can see 6 is a bigger term, and of course it has a minus sign. So means although we are adding, but we have to take care of the sign also. I had already explained this one in detail in my previous video. So you can see here minus 6 and minus 1, 6 plus 1 is 7, and the other condition is satisfying or not, you can see also here. Multiply this minus 1 with this minus 6, so you can see here 6 1 the 6, and this minus minus is plus, so of course it is satisfying this plus 6 also. So like this way we have to do this one. Only we have to start the sum by multiplying this constant term with this variable here, and then we have to make the factor of this 6 like this way, and then we have to find out the values from these factors, that the values should satisfy the conditions. Means this condition also, here minus minus is plus, 6 plus 7, and of course the multiplication should be equal to this 6. Okay, now the next sum is very easy. Write down this 2x square, then this minus, of course 1 is here, no need to write down 1, so only we have to write down here x, and then this minus 6x, and then this plus 3 is here. So now you can see this is the first group and this is the second group. So make the factors by this way. We have to solve this one, means this first group separately and this second group separately. Okay, now you can see here this 2x square is 2 into x into x. Now you can see here is x. We have to make the factors of this x also. X is only a single term here, so you know that how we can make the factors by multiplying x into 1, x1 is x, and then this 6 is here, so you have to write down 3 into 2 into 3 to the 6 into x, and of course this plus 3 is alone here, so you have to write down this 3 into 1 like this. So I hope this is clear to you. So now mark the common factors. Here you can see x is common, so then 2 into x is 2x, then minus sign is here, 1 is here. Of course this time you can see this 3 is common, but minus sign is also here, so it means we have to take minus also common, so it will become minus 3 like this. So even minus 3 I took common here, so this 2 and x is left here. Of course I am taking minus common outside of the bracket, so means we have to change this sign also. So here is a plus, it will become minus. So like this way the both brackets are same. So now the next step is this 2x minus 1, this 2x minus 1 is common, so take this 2x minus 1 outside of the bracket, and then this x minus 3. So like this way we can make the factors, we can find the factors of this algebraic expression. So I hope this is clear to you. So dear students, now I am going to start its next part. You can see here in your 11th sum, this is 3x square minus 11x plus 6 is here. So again, first of all we have to multiply this 3 with this 6. Now you can see here 6 into 3, 6 is 18. So in this way we have to start this sum. First of all we have to multiply this 6 with the numerical value of this x square. So here you can see 6 into 3 is 18. So now you have to do the factors of this 18. Here you can see first of all we can make the factors, and after that we will see that either we have to add the terms or subtract the terms. So now you can see here 18. So first of all you have to make the factors. So like this way you can make the factors 2 into 3 into 3 into 1. So in this way we know that 3 3 is a 9, 9 to the 18. So like this way by doing this prime factorization you can find the factors of this 18. Okay, now again we have to see this sign. Here is a sign of plus. So now this time again we have to add the terms to find this 11 and multiply the terms to get this 18. Now not this 6, here is 18. So now you can see here first of all through these numerical values, through these factors we have to find the two values. That should be the sum of these two terms should be equal to 11 and the multiplication of these two terms should be equal to 18. So okay, now how we can find out these values? You can take this 2 in a first group, and of course these 3, the multiplication of these 3 values into the second group. Why? You can see here this is 2 and 3 3 is a 9, 9 1 is a 9. So like this way we can easily find the values from these factors. How you can see now? This 9 plus 2 is 11. So you can see here this is satisfying our condition, 9 plus 2 is 11 here, and 9 to the 18. So now both conditions are satisfied by taking these values. So you can do also, you can make different groups by taking different values in the different groups. Then you can see that what is happening. That time we will not get the exact two values. So here you can see, here is 2 and 3 is a 9. So now we have to take care of the sign also. So both values of negative sign we have to take, because we have to add the terms. Only minus will make these two values add. So now you can see here, are these two values satisfying? Now you can see this is minus 2 minus 9. 9 plus 2 is minus 11. So in this case 9 plus 2 is 11, and of course this minus 2 multiply with this minus 9, then minus is plus 9 to the 18. So both values are satisfying here. 9 plus 2 is 11, minus 11 you can see by taking both values of negative sign, and the multiplication of these two values minus is plus and 9 to the 18. So like this way we can split these values. Okay, now write down this one 3x square, then this minus 2x, and this minus 11, sorry, this minus 9x, and then plus 6. Okay, now don't write down this 18 here. You have to do only this one in the rough work, otherwise this 6 will remains as it is in the sum. So okay, now this is our first group and this is our second group. Now we have to do the factorization like this way: 3 into x minus 2 into x. This, how we can write this? 3 into x plus 3 into 2, 3 to the 6. So like this way we can do the factors. Okay, now mark the common values. This x is common here, so take this x outside, and this 3 into x is inside the bracket. This minus 2 is here, so again in this case this 3 and this 3 is also common, but now you can see minus sign is also here. You have to take this minus also common, so it will become minus 3 like this way, and then 3 into x will become 3x, that is inside the bracket, because of minus 3 is already taken common. So this is 3x, and of course we are taking minus common outside, so we have to change this sign also. Here is a plus sign, so we have to make it minus, and this 2 is inside the bracket. So now you can see this 3x minus 2 is same. So in the next step we have to take this common. This 3x minus 2 we have to take common, and now you can see inside the bracket is x minus 3. So these are the two factors of this algebraic expression. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay students, now you can see its next part. Here this is 12th sum. In this case again we have to multiply first of all this 8 with this 5. So you do this one in the rough work. So 8 5 is 40. Now this time we are getting this 40. So now you can see here is a sign of plus. So it means now this time we have to split the terms in such a way that the sum of these two terms should be equal to this 13, and the multiplication should be equal to this 40. Of course not 8, it should be equal to 40. Okay, first of all, after multiplying this 8 with 5, 8 5 is 40. So now we have to do the factorization of this 40. So you can do this one. You know that how we can find the factors by this prime factorization method. So in this case we are getting this 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 1. Of course 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, 8 5 is 40, 41 is 40. So like this way we can find the factors of this 40. So now we have to, of course this time again we have to find the values, find the two values from all these factors. How we can find? Now this time we have to add the terms, means we have to find the terms, and the addition of these two terms should be equal to 13. So how we can take this one? We can take these three values into the first group, and 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, and these two values into the second group, 5 1s are 5. So now you can see by making these groups we can find these two values, and in this case the sum of these two values 8 plus 5 is 13, and of course the multiplication 8 5 is 40. So like this way we can easily find out the values with the help of the factors. But again we have to take care of the sign also. Here is a minus sign, so we have to take both values of minus sign. So in this case we can see this minus 8 and this minus 5. This minus is plus, 8 plus is 5, but here is a minus sign. Why? Because of 8 is a bigger term and it is a minus sign. And of course the multiplication of this minus 5 this with this minus 8, minus is plus, 8 5 is 40. So in this case both conditions are satisfying. Even the addition is 13, and of course the multiplication is plus 40. So now you can see here I already written here, this is 5x square and this is minus 8x minus 5x and plus 8. Now we have to do the factorization. Here you can see 5 into x and this 8 into x, and in this case you can see because of 8 and 5 no any common factor is existing in these cases, so write down 5 and 8 direct as it is, and x into x, and this 8 into x. Even in this case you can see 5 into x, and even this 5x and 8 both are different terms, no any common term is existing in both cases, so you can write down 1 also here, because 1 is the factor of all the terms, and this plus here, and you can write down this 8 ones 8 like this also. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay, now the next step is this x is common in this case, so take x common. Here is 5x and this minus 8, and now you can see here also in this case 1 is common and minus sign is also here, we have to take minus common also, so minus 1 we have to take common, and now you can see this is 5 into x is left inside the bracket 5x, and of course this minus we had already taken common, so here we have to change the sign, so it will become minus and 8 is here. So in this case you can see 5x minus 8, 5x minus 8 both are common, so take this 5x minus 8 outside of the bracket, and this, and you can see this x minus 1 is inside the bracket. So these are the factors of this algebraic expression. So by doing this, by following these steps, we can easily find out the factors. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay students, now I am leaving its 13th part. You have to try this 13th part by yourself. Okay, now I am going to start from its 14th part. Here is 9x square plus 32x plus this 15 is here. So again in this case, first of all we have to multiply this 15 with this 9. So you can see 9 multiplied by 15, so it will become 135. You can check up also after multiplying this 15 with 9, so it will become 135. So in this way, first of all we have to multiply this value with the numerical value of this x square, and the next step is we have to make the factors of this 135. So how we can make this factor? First of all it will go with 3 and it will become 5, and then of course here is 3, 15 is a 45, and of course here is 3 and then is 5, and of course this 5 1 is 5. So in this way we can find out the factor. So write down the values here. This is 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 1. So first of all again like this way we have to find the factorization. So I hope this is clear to you. So now you can see here is a plus sign, so it means we have to find the values from these factors in such a way that the sum of these two values should be equal to this 32 and the multiplication should be equal to this 135. So how we can make the groups, how we can take the values? We can take this first 3 values into the first group and these 2 values into the second group. Okay, how I am locating all the time these values? With the help of the practice. By doing the practice you can easily find out the values. When you will do the practice, then you can learn that how we can find the values from these factors. So okay, now you can see here also 3 3 is a 9, 9 3 is a 27, and of course 5 1 is a 5. So in this case I got these 2 values. Now you can see, are these values satisfying? Of course, because of the addition of this 27. Now in this case also here is a sign of plus, so we can take both values of plus sign, and you can see here 27 plus 5 it will become 32, and also the multiplication of this 27 with 5 will also become 135. So in this case the both values are again satisfying here. So write down this 9x square here, and then these splitted values, this 27x and of course this 5x and then this 15. So I hope this is clear to you. So now you have to separately solve this first group and this second group. Of course, first of all make the factors of 3 3 is a 9 into x, and of course this 3 3 is a 9, 3 is 27 into x, and of course in this case 5 into x, and then this 5 3 is a 15. So in this way we can do the separation, we can find the factors. Okay, now mark the common factors. This 3 is common, even this x is also common here. So 3 3 is a 9, 9 into x is common, so write down this x inside the bracket, plus 3 is here, sorry, plus sign is here, and then of course this 3 is here because of 3 is not common in this case, and then you can see both values of plus sign, so plus is here also, and then this 5 is taken common, and then this x plus 3 is inside the bracket. So like this way we can find the values. So now you can see this x plus 3 and x plus 3 both are common, so take this x plus 3 outside of the bracket, and now you can see this is 9x plus 5 is inside the bracket. So like this way we can find the values, we can do the factorization of this algebraic expression. So okay students, now I am going to solve its 15th part. You can see here it is 3 minus 10x minus 13x square. Okay, now you can see the statement, the condition is different than the previous sums, but you can take this sum as it is, because of, you can see also here in the previous cases the value of x square was here, then the coefficient of x was here, and then there was a constant value. But here you can see here is a constant value, then variable of power 1 is here, then variable of power 2 is here. We can also change the positions, but no need for this one. We can directly solve this sum also, because now in this case you can see the coefficients, the powers of the coefficients of the variable x now in the ascending order. Even in this case it can be in the descending order or it can be in the ascending order. Means here is a power of x is 0. Of course the constant value means the power of x is 0, then 1, then 2. So we can take this one as it is. And again, first of all we have to multiply this constant term with this value 13. So now you can see 3 into 13, so it will become 3 into 13 is 39. So now again, first of all we have to make the factors of this 39. So now you can see like this way we can find the factors. So in this way we can easily find out the factors. So write down these factors here, 3 into 13 into 1. So like this way we can make the factors. So now you can see here is a sign of minus. So in this time we have to subtract the values, means we have to subtract the values in such a way that the subtraction is equal to 10. So now the values, first of all we have to locate the values, that how we can find the two values, that the subtraction of these two values should be equal to this 10. Now you can see this 3 we can take in the first group, and this 13 into 1 we can take into the second group. Why? Because 13 was 13. So now in this case you can see, if I will subtract this this 3 from this 13, we can get 10, and also the multiplication is 39. But now we have to take care of the signs also. So here is a sign, is minus sign is here, we can take the minus in the front of this bigger term, and this plus 3 we can take is of plus sign. So it means we can take this 13 of minus sign and this 3 of plus signs. How? You can take this one also, minus 13 plus 3, minus plus is minus, 13 minus 3 is 10, and of course it has a minus sign. Why? Because of 13 is a larger term and 3 is a smallest term. So the subtraction of these two terms is equal to minus 10. And of course this minus 13 and plus 3, the multiplication of these two terms plus minus is minus, 13 3 is a 39. So like this way we can find out these values. Okay, now write down this 3 here, and then this plus 3x, and of course this minus 13x, and then this minus 13x square. So write down these separated values here. So now you can see this is in the first group and this is in the second group. So you can write down this 3 into 1, and of course this 3 into x, and then this 13 into x, and then this 13 into x into x. So like this way we can do the factors. Okay, now you can see in this case 3 is common, so take 3 is common. Here is 1 inside the bracket, and then this plus into x is inside the bracket. And now you can see here also this 13 into x and 13x, both terms are common. So in this case these two values are common, and of course here is a minus sign also. So then we have to take this minus also, then 13 into x is 13x we have taken common, and now you can see no any values here that is left inside the bracket, and you know that when there is no any values left inside the bracket, then we can take 1 here. So it means I took this minus common and this 13x also, so here is 1, and now in this case again we have to change the sign. Why? Because of we are taking minus common here, so it will become plus, minus will become plus, and then 13 into x is taken common, so here is only x is left inside the bracket. So now you can see 1 plus x and 1 plus x is common. So now you can see here is 3 minus this 13x is inside the bracket. So like this way we can do the factorization of these kind of cases also. So okay students, now I am leaving it 16th part also, because of you have to try this 16th part by yourself, and I am going to solve now its 17th part. You can see here it is 3m square minus 8mn plus this 4n square is given to us. Okay, now again we have to multiply this value 4, this numerical value 4 with this 3, and you can see of course 4 3 is 12. So like this way we can got the value 12. So now we have to do the factors of this 12. How we can make the factors like this way? You know that it is very easy. So write down these values, 2 into 3, and of course 1 is also here because of 1 is the factor of all the terms. So now again we have to see this sign. Here is a sign of plus. Now again in this time we have to split the values. We have to take the values in such a way that the sum of these two values should be equal to 8, and of course the multiplication should be equal to 12. Now you can see how we can take the values. The sum of these two values should be equal to 8 because a plus sign is here. So now you can see we can take this 2 in the first group, and of course these three values, the multiplication of these three values in the second group. Why? Because you can see 3 to the 6, 6 1 the 6, and now you can see the both values are satisfying the both conditions. 6 plus 2 is 8 and 6 to the 12. But in this case minus sign is here, so we have to take the both values of minus sign because of minus is plus, and you can also do like this way to check the values. This one minus is plus, 6 plus 2 is 8, of course 8 is of minus sign. Now you can see addition is also clear here, and we are also satisfying the minus sign. And also multiply this minus 2 with this minus 6. Here you can see minus is plus, 6 to the 12. So in this way we got the value of multiplication also. This is plus 12. So now you can see same steps we have to now follow. It will become very easy now. This is 2 mn. Don't forget, now we have to write down here mn. 2 mn minus 6 mn, and then this plus 4n square. So I hope this is clear to you. So now solve this group, all these two groups separately. It will become 3 into m minus 2 into m into n, and then of course this 6. How we can write down this 6? 3 into 2 into m into n, and of course now here you can see here is plus, and now you can write down this 2 into 2 is 4 into n into n. So like this way we can do the factors of these terms. So okay, now you can see here this is 3 into m minus 2 into m into n. So mark the common factors. M is common here, so take m outside, and then 3 into m is here, then minus sign is here, then 2 into n. And now in this case you can see this 2 and this n and n, these two values are common, so minus sign is also here, so take minus also common. So minus is here, then 2 into n, and now you can see this is 3m, and of course I had taken minus outside, so here is a plus sign, so it will become minus, and now you can see this 2n is inside the bracket. So now in this way you can see this 3m minus 2 and 3m minus 2, and both values are, now you can see same, so take this value common, this 3m minus 2n is common, and now you can see m minus 2n is inside the bracket. So in this way we can find out the factors of this 17th sum. So I hope this is clear to you. So okay students, now you can see I am starting its 18th part, and this 18th part is little bit different than the previous cases also. So you have to see this one also, that what is the difference here. So in our previous cases you can see here is only a single variable, means it here is only a x square, means the value of x square was only here. So you can see here are two variables, 3x plus 2y, even in this case 3x plus 2y. So first of all we have to solve this sum. How? We have to make here only a single variable. How we can take this one? So we have to write down here let, we are supposing the value, let suppose this 3x plus 2y is equal to k. You can take any variable here, you can take a, b, c like this, but you cannot use x and y because of it are already used here. So first of all suppose the value, let 3x plus 2y is equal to k like this, we have to suppose. So now you can see here this is 3x plus 2y is equal to k. So put the value of this 3x plus 2y into the sum, and you can see here this, it will become, this one is k square because of 3x plus 2y whole square, so it will become k square, and then this minus 5 into, of course here is a value k, and then this is minus 14. So in this way I made the sum similar to the previous cases. Here you can see k square minus 5k minus 14. And now in this case again what we have to do, now here is only a 1 here, so means it is just the similar cases of from first to 9 sums. So here is only a 1, so take this 14 directly as it is and do the factor of this 14, and you know that. So the factors can become 2 into 7, and of course you can write down 1 here also, because 7 into 2 into 1. So 7 to the 14. So now you have to select the values from these factors. Okay, now you can see here is a sign of minus. Now this time we have to subtract the values. Because a minus sign is here, we have to subtract the values in such a way that the subtraction is equal to 5 and of course the multiplication is equal to this 14. How we can select the values? We can take these two into the first group and these two values into the second group, and you can see here it will become 2 and then 7 ones are 7, and you can see these two values are satisfying this condition also, because if I am subtracting this 2 from this 7, then 7 minus 2 will become 5 and of course 7 to the 14. Now we have to take care of the sign also. We can take this 7 is a minus sign because of here is a minus, so larger term we have to take as a minus, as negative term, and this 2 we can take as a positive term. And now you can see here also this is minus 7 and plus 2, 7 plus minus is minus, it will become minus 5, and of course this is a multiplication of this minus 7 with this plus 2 is plus minus is minus 7 to the 14. So like this way both values are satisfying here, this minus 5 and also this minus 14. So now the next step is very easy. Write down k square and then this plus 2k and then minus 7k and then this minus 14. So now make the factors k into k and then plus 2 into k and then this 7 into k minus 7 to the 14. So like this way we can make the factors. Now you can see we can take k is common here, so here is k plus 2 and then you can take this 7 also common, but minus sign is also here, so take minus 7 common. Here you can see inside the bracket is k and minus we had already taken common, so here will become plus and here is 2. So in this case you can see k plus 2 and k plus 2 both values are same, so write down here k plus 2 and now you can see this k minus 7. So in this way we can find the factors of this sum. But now this is not only the answer. Why? Because of the condition is given to us in a variable of x and y. So this time we have to convert this sum also into the same variables, means we have to convert this k into x and y variables. How we can do this one? It is very simple. We have to put the value of k again here. So here you can see the value of k is 3x plus 2y. So write down this 3x plus 2y and of course this plus 2 as it is, and even in this case also in this bracket 3x plus 2y and minus 7. So like this way we can find out the factors. So very simple sum is this. Just we have to make this two variables into a single variable by supposing the value like this k, and then at the end when we are finding the factors at the end we have to put the value of this k again into the sum and then we can easily find out the factor. So this is the sum. I hope this is clear to you. So okay students, now I am going to solve its last sum, 19th part. In this case you can see here again, first of all we have to multiply this 9 with this numerical value. Now you have to multiply this one 9 into 7, 9 7 is 63. So like this way we can multiply and the factors, then we can see here this one is, and of course this 7 c is 21. So like this way we can find out the factors. Write down this 3 into 3 into 7, of course 1 is also here. So 7 c is 21, 21 3 is 63. So in this way we can find out the factors of this 63, and of course here is a minus sign. So again we have to take the terms in such a way that the subtraction of these two terms should be equal to 2. How we can take this one? Now we have to think about this one. Again we can take these two values into the first group and these two values into the second group. How? 3 3 is 9 and 7 1 is 7. Now you can see are these two values are satisfying the condition? Of course, because of 9 minus 7 will become 2, and of course 9 7 is 63. So now we have to take care of the signs also. Here is a plus sign, so means we have to take this bigger term of plus sign and this 7 is of minus sign. How? You can see now if I am subtracting this 9 minus 7, so it will become 2, and of course the multiplication of this 9 with this minus 7 it will become minus 63. Why? Because of 9 7 is 63. So minus sign is also here, so minus 63 is here. So now you can see this one is 7a square b square. Now this 2ab is here, so you can write down here 9ab and then this of course minus 7ab and then this minus 9, and of course now we have to make the factors. 7 into a square is here, so write down a into a, b square is here, so write down b into b, and now you can see this 9 into a into b, and of course this 7 into a into b minus 9, how we can write down this 9? So 9 and 7 not are common here, so means you can see not any single value is common even in this case. So you can write down 1 here also, because of if no any common term is existing, then we can make 1 also. We can do the factors by taking 1 also. So now this one is minus 9 into 1. So like this way we can do the factors. Okay, now mark the common terms. This a and this b both are common, so take this ab common, and now you can see this 7 a into b, ab is inside the bracket, of course plus sign is here, so here is 9, and then take this 1 common here, and of course the minus sign also, minus 1, and now you can see inside the bracket this is 7ab, minus sign we had already taken common, so here will become plus, we have to change the sign, and now you can see 9 is here. So now you can see this 7ab plus 9 is common in both terms, so take this 7ab plus 9 common, and now you can see this ab minus 1 is inside the bracket. So by doing this way we can find out the factor. So dear students, in this video I had completed your 14.4 exercise, and with this exercise your chapter is also completed, your factorization chapter is completed, and I had given only 2 sums for you that you have to do by yourself. And still if you have any difficulty, then you can call me also, you have my contact number, and you can also subscribe my channel to see the videos directly in YouTube. Okay, till then do the practice and learn mathematics. Thank you.